What's that Devontae's message about playing K-State? It's like the Missouri game times 10. Is that...
Yeah. From this past year? Yeah, that would be accurate. It would be definitely times 10 from an exhibition game. If you go back in time, you know, I think those are two pretty good heated rivalries that were pretty similar. But yeah, they would be considered without any hesitation our biggest rivalry, and certainly I'm sure they look at us the same way. So yeah, it'll be intense.
Malik was talking about starting and not starting. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. That kind of stuff. But he's also not a guy that has not started very often in his career, or at least in a while. How did you think he handled it, and what do you think it was good for him?
You know, you're going to help me here. He did. I know against Iowa State, but against TCU he didn't start as well, and you could say one of them he handled it great, and the other one he didn't handle very well at all. So I don't know exactly what the perfect formula is. I don't think whether you know, to me, of course it's coach speak. It's not who starts, it's who finishes, and you could look at our team and really say, well, there's advantages to either one of them starting. I believe it's nice to get some points off the bench, and the league provides us that opportunity. But I'm gonna talk to our guys today, and to be honest, I can care less. But I haven't made a decision on who's going to start tomorrow between those two.
How about not necessarily just in the games, but practice off the court? I mean, did you see it affect him at all, or?
No, I think his attitude's been really good. Now, would he say a week ago that he was happy about that? The answer was obviously no. But Malik's a pretty realistic guy. He knows that. And I told the team, when Malik plays well, he starts. I mean, there's no other way to look at that. He's a guy that can get us 14 or 15 a game. So when he plays well, he starts. And the biggest thing for him to play well is his confidence standpoint. So hopefully the Iowa State game will trigger some of that.
Has Silvio been with you long enough that you would trust him in a close game if he were activated?
He's been with us long enough that I would trust him to play in the game. I don't know if I'd trust him to play in the last 3 minutes or 4 minutes, but play in a close game midway through the second half, absolutely, no question. I think a lot would depend. Sounds so simple, but you know, it's probably easier to plug him in since we have all year long had to play with 4 guards. He's not ever going to be a guard, so we've had to plug him in slowly on playing 2 bigs when he's the guard, if that makes any sense to you. So when he's with Doak, I mean when he's in there for Doak, I don't have any problems at all. But when Doak and him or is in there together, that would be okay. If he and Mitch are in there together, that would be fine. He can still play the 5 and Mitch can play the 4. So it just probably depends on the situation, Tom. But you know, a late game, first game in, I don't know that I'd put that on anybody.
Malik says Silvio's shooting was good, not great. Will you kind of?
Sylvia's what?
His shooting, it was good but not great. Have you kind of agree with?
That's what Mitch said.
Yeah, that's what Malik.
Malik said. Yeah, I would say that. I could also say that about Malik too. I could say that about Devontae at times, or LeGerald at times. But we're not gonna. He's not gonna play to making an 18-footer. That's not what we're gonna play to. Around the basket, I think Malik would say his shooting is much better. But he does have nice touch. There's no doubt about it. But expecting him to come in and be a pick and pop guy. And stretch the defense from behind the arc. I don't think that's going to happen. But will he be that? Absolutely. But I don't think he's ready to do that after 2 weeks.
How's his adjustment? Just being around, and you guys feel like you know him yet, that kind of thing?
I actually do feel like we know him pretty well. Yeah. We spend a lot of time with him. His attitude is unbelievable because he's doing 2 or 3 times more than everybody else every day. Wow. Whether it be going to Watkins and getting certain tests done, or the extra physicals, or meeting with compliance 2 hours a day to finalize. So I think his attitude's been absolutely terrific. I do think his conditioning is lacking. So when your conditioning is not as good, I do think sometimes you pace yourself, and he's not going to play enough early on, that we're going to expect him to play 10 straight minutes. He is going to be short spurts, so there's no reason why he can't give us, 2 to 3 to 4 minutes, where his energy level is very high, knowing that he's probably not going to be in much longer than that anyway.
The first 11 o'clock game of the season, are you concerned at all with the guys having the necessary energy from the tip?
Well, I'm probably more concerned about myself in that regard. 11 o'clock game to fans may not seem like it's that early, but with players now, you guys, 7 o'clock pregame and all that stuff. So yeah, but you know what? I think it's good to do that. I would actually rather play an 11 o'clock game than a 9 p.m. game. The good thing about 11 o'clock games, and I'm sure Bruce would tell you the same thing. So I'm not. The winner gets to watch everybody else sweat. Where obviously the one that doesn't win, you got more time to think about it. But I don't know that 11 is the ideal time. But there's a chance that could be a tip-off time later on. So it's good preparation.
Do you have Silvio do extra conditioning?
Yes. Yeah, we have. But when I say we have, it's not a ton. Andrea will take him after every practice, and whether it's do extra in the weight room, which he's primarily just doing that with what his teammates do, but it is primarily running. Like yesterday, I made him do a drill in front of the team, which was a totally exhausting drill. And he was all excited when he finished it. And I said, okay, now on the line, you got to this, and this. And so, just stuff like that. He knows he needs to get in better shape. He's the first one to tell us that. But it's a big difference from high school to college. I mean, you stop and think about this dude just playing high school ball, 3 weeks ago. And he's been here now for 2 weeks. And I think it's expected too much for him to be, 80 or 90% of what he can be in the first couple of weeks. But I certainly, by February 1, believe that to be the case where he can be 100% of what he can be.
How much potential does the looks with Silvio and Udoka on the court at the same time have?
I think it has a lot of good looks offensively. The thing about Doak is, let's just be real candid. If Silvio's posting, Doak's man's not going to be far from him. The way that we've always tried to play was in and out, where if one's in, the other's out, and that kind of stuff. So, that probably won't be quite as effective. But even little things like Doak setting a ball screen provides a great opportunity for Silvio to be one-on-one in the post. So we have to kind of figure that out and understand those things, and Silvio's got to understand those things on how to score. But I see good potential. I see mainly when the ball's in the air, who goes and gets it. I see mainly that as being the biggest addition. Where we got to figure it out is how we're going to guard, because we've been switching everything, and now obviously we won't be able to do that quite as much with two bigs.
What is the challenge in getting ready to see a team for the first time with 1 day of preparation, as will happen on Monday, as opposed to next week when you get 5 days to get ready to see Baylor for the first time?
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. The thing about it is that is, everybody goes through it. The thing that's most challenging, we're a relatively conventional type team, so we're probably, if you play somebody else, you're also practicing for us indirectly. When you play a team like West Virginia, anybody else that you're playing against does not prepare you for them. So, yeah, 30-minute practice is a challenge. But it's that way every time we go to Morgantown. I don't know the last time, Brad may know, we played at Morgantown that wasn't on a big Monday. I think it's been at least 3 straight. No, I think it's been longer than that. But that's just my opinion. So we deal with this every year. Same thing if you're playing Baylor against their zone for the first time. So yeah, that's always a struggle. But it's also good preparation, because in an NCAA tournament game there would be a one-day turnaround for teams. But hey, we're not talking about them at all. We're just talking about the Wildcats.
Is Brown a tough matchup, Barry Brown?
I think so, and I don't know if it's because of injury. I have no idea, but with Stokes, I guess, being out, and I don't know what his status is for our game officially, but with him being out against Oklahoma State, it was obvious that Barry took it on himself to say, hey, I'm going to go win this game, or do everything I can to help us win this game. Because you look at his stat line, what did he end up having, 38 on 17 shots? Is that right? Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty impressive for any guard.
How much have you been telling Malik to advance the ball with the pass as opposed to trying to make that extra dribble?
You could coach our team. Pitch ahead, pitch ahead, pitch ahead, pitch ahead. And I think he's getting better at it, but I don't think he's near as good at it as what he can be. Definitely you can advance the ball much quicker than you can dribble it up, unless, of course, if you have a Frank, you want the ball in Frank's hands all the time. But on this particular team, I would much rather have the ball in Devontae's hands than I would anybody else. And that's not a knock to Malik at all. But let's play to our strengths, and one of our strengths is getting the ball ahead and having that guy go make a play, as opposed to, basically what it turns out to be when we dribble it up like that. It turns out to be a walk-up situation, even though that's not the intention. We need to get it up where we can at least put pressure on the defense.
Do you think he's ever been coached this hard, Malik?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
I really don't know. My personal opinion is I don't think I'm coaching him that hard. Playing 30 minutes a game. There's a lot of people that would sell out for that. So, to me, coaching hard is, do exactly what I want you to do. Come set by me. So I don't think that's. I mean, we always try to get the most out of our guys without question. But with a short bench like we've had, and a lot of people deal with this. I found out coaching, you have to coach different, because if a guy, cops an attitude, doesn't give effort, or is just having a bad night, he can just come over and sit with you. It's not punishment, it's just the way it is. It's best for our team. What's best for our team now is the guys that are out there that maybe not doing as well. Okay, how do we change? How do we flip the switch? How do we change that, because they have to stay out there? So it's a little bit different. I don't think I've handled that as well as what I think I hopefully will moving forward, because it's hard to get on a guy real hard and then have him not respond every time in the most favorable way. Sometimes it may not be a favorable way, but you can't take them out. So I need to get better. I need to get better at that. But I can't really answer your question. Sure.
How well are guys retaining what you call in the huddle and executing it at the timeout?
I would say this is as poor execution team as we've had. Okay, we play better than we run plays. We've also had teams that actually need to run plays to score, which is fine. But this is a team that when you have Frank, a four-year guy, and Josh is ridiculously bright, and Landon, who was an experienced guy, they would know that if Devontae's got a hot hand, Landon would post up that time instead of fade screen. Just things like that, and that's not where we're at. That's not where we're at. So I'd say from a technical execution standpoint, I don't think that we're very good. What I do think we're good at is, playing 4 against 3 and making the extra pass and somebody jumping up and making a play. I think or maybe Dope getting isolated on the post and getting the ball. I think we're good at that. But to actually say, all right, on the fly, let's draw up something that we've never seen before and go out and execute it, I probably wouldn't feel as comfortable as maybe when I had past teams.